Welcome to Light Her Up, your go-to podcast for exploring what it means to align with your passions and create a life filled with freedom, ease, and fulfillment. I'm your host, Natalie Bernacchi, a mom, entrepreneur, and certified coach who left a 15-year corporate career to build a life aligned with my passions and help other women do the same. We'll be diving deep into topics like self-discovery, mindset shifts, and the courage to pursue the life you've always dreamed of. Thank you for being here and for prioritizing yourself. I'm honored to be a part of your journey. If you're ready to find your joy, reclaim your identity, and upgrade your life, you're in the right place. Now let's light it up. Hello, my loves, and welcome back to the Light Her Up podcast. Today I'm using a new microphone. It is the one that's called Shure. My business bestie, Emily, recommended this, and she sounds fabulous on her podcast, so hoping I sound the same. But we actually just got back from a 4-day retreat in West Palm Beach, hosted by the incredible Ashley Gordon, and wow, literally just wow. This one landed so differently. I went to her last retreat, I want to say it was in September of last year in Sedona, and I completely cracked open at that last retreat. But this time, it wasn't about releasing so much for me personally. It was about receiving. And in today's episode, I'm sharing the powerful reminders that I received around manifestation, being present, and creating space to allow it all in. We're talking gratitude, groundedness, and why sometimes the next level isn't about having more. It's about realizing that you already have it. So grab your coffee or go for a walk and let's dive in. So before we get into today's episode, I have something to share that's so exciting. We are officially bringing our 2-time sold out in-person masterminds online. If you're a mom who's craving support, if you're ready to be surrounded by other like-minded women who are done playing small, who are ready to launch or scale their business, who are ready to face their fears, take action, and finally put yourself first, this is for you. If you're the kind of woman who refuses to fit into a box and you're ready to turn your big vision for your life and your business into your reality, get on the waitlist right now. Spots will be limited and we will be opening enrollment soon. And trust me, you'll want to be the first to know. The link is in the show notes. Okay, so now on to today's episode. So like I said, we just got back from a 4-day retreat in West Palm Beach led by Ashley Gordon. She is the founder of Quantum Coaching Academy. I completed her 6-month coaching certification program last year, and she just over-delivers in everything she does. And while this retreat was so expansive and magical in so many ways, what surprised me the most was the one realization that kept landing for me again and again. It's that I already have so much of what I've been manifesting. Sometimes we're so focused on calling in the next thing, the next breakthrough, the next level, that we miss the fact that we're already living the life that we used to dream about. That moment when it hits you, wait, I freaking manifested this. Where am I now? This is what I was calling in 1 year ago, 5 years ago, even 10 years ago. And I just kept thinking, wow, I don't want to miss this. I want to actually feel it. I want to live in the gratitude of it. I want to enjoy the things that I manifested, because what the hell is the point to manifesting anything if you're not going to enjoy it? I realized that I was constantly chasing the next thing in life. And I've manifested some insanely incredible things in my life. And whenever I get it, I tend to just move on to the next thing. I'll get the house. And after a month after moving in, I'm looking for my next one. I'll be on an insanely luxurious, exotic vacation. And literally, while I'm on vacation, I'm planning the next one. There is something to be said for always wanting to uplevel and elevate. And also, there's something to be said for enjoying the experiences and the things that you've manifested. I've heard that saying, the journey is the destination, a million times, but it wasn't until this retreat that I was able to really comprehend that. I am thoroughly enjoying this journey of life, of building my business. And I don't want to miss out on it because I'm already on to the next thing that I want to manifest. And specifically as it relates to motherhood, I think kids are such a prime example of just life going by with the blink of an eye. I swear, I feel like I blinked and my kids are already 6 and 8. Every time that they have a birthday, I just feel like the year speeds up. I feel like I literally just blinked and they were 6 and 8. And I just remember like it was yesterday that they were born. And I definitely don't want to miss out on their life because I'm too caught up in chasing the next thing. So, getting back to the retreat is called the Quantum Expansion Experience. And it truly is an experience more so than a retreat. It's an immersive embodiment retreat where we really dive deep into what we want to embody, into our divine feminine, and into the goddesses that we are. And the intention for this specific retreat, Ashley's intention, was all about play and pleasure. So we did a bunch of activities that were designed to get us to open up, to be able to feel comfortable playing and to receive pleasure and to feel comfortable receiving pleasure. It was a really interesting realization to notice that as women, we carry so much and we often leave out time to play and time to receive pleasure. And I realize that that's a generalization, but most women that I know, including myself, really struggle with allowing play and pleasure in our lives. One of the days we did an exercise to claim what we wanted to manifest. And I remember Ashley asking at the beginning, before we started this activity, she asked us to raise our hands if we were clear on what we wanted to manifest. And I didn't raise my hand because part of me had this sort of like wobbly moment where I was like, maybe I'm not clear. Do I know what I want to manifest? And I was actually a little bit taken back by the fact that I wasn't feeling clear because for the last few years, I've felt so clear on what I wanted. So we got to journaling. We took out our journals and we wrote for what felt like at least an hour. We wrote in present tense as if we already had what we manifested. I wrote and I wrote and I wrote. The words and thoughts were pouring out. I wrote about every single detail of my life that I wanted to manifest, from what I wanted to manifest in motherhood, in my relationship with my husband, my relationship with my friends, my business, my travel, my health, my lifestyle. I mean, even as detailed and as granular as what my mornings would look like day to day in this dream life that I envision. So we then, after we wrote down all of the details about all of the little things and the entire vision of what we want to call in, what we want to manifest, we then had to read our manifestation in a group of 3. So we broke out into groups of 3 and we had to speak this manifestation in the present tense as if we're already living it, as if we already have it. And that was really solidifying it and claiming it to the universe. And while that exercise just seems at its core very simple, it was so impactful. Not only did I get the value out of me writing down my own manifestations and dreams, I got so much value out of hearing the other women's dreams as well. Because when they declared it out loud and when I declared it out loud as if it's already happening, it felt real. And I realized it was actually real. The things that I want in my dream vision, in that big vision, they're actually not so far out of reach. And I actually already have a lot of them. And so did the women who were sharing their dream lives. For example, I want to be the most present mom there is. I want to be the mom that the kids remember as being around all the time, participating in school events, being playful with them, and the mom where when they have something that they need help with, or when they feel unsafe or in trouble, they come to me first. I want to have a really tight knit relationship with them now and as they grow up. I want to have an exceptional marriage with my husband. I don't want to settle for mediocre. I want exceptional. I want passion, fun, romance. I want to have an incredible business with the best business partner making multi-million dollars a year and feeling grateful every single day for the women in our masterminds that we get to serve. The everyday pinch me moments that I get to do this for a living, to make an impact and help other women make their dream life and dream business a freaking reality. I want to live at the beach in a gorgeous home. I want a personal chef to cook me nutritious, organic food for my family. I want a personal trainer who comes to my home because I have a home gym. I want to travel with ease everywhere and always fly first class. And I want slow mornings where I wake up early before my family gets up to have my coffee in peace while I watch the ocean and I journal on the balcony and meditate. And I want to wait for my family to wake up, enjoy the morning with them, cook breakfast, take them to school, come home, work out, get some movement in, maybe go for a walk on the beach, and start my day. There are a lot of other details that I wrote down and that I shared with that group, but I wanted to share some examples here that while a lot of them sound outrageous and something that I never thought I'd have in this lifetime, I'm actually living quite a bit of it right now. Almost all of that I have, minus the personal chef, the trainer coming to my at-home gym, flying first class everywhere, and seeing the ocean from my balcony. Other than that, I have it all. I get to tap into those feelings every single day. The feelings that I want to feel when I manifested these things years ago. And it's so easy to get caught up in the busyness of life and start to actually complain about some of the things that we have. Like when our mornings are a little chaotic because we have a 6 and an 8-year-old and they're on their own schedule. Or like when I complain about being tired because we've been traveling so much. It's so easy to fall into the mindset of this is exhausting. This isn't perfectly how I wanted it. This is draining. But then I realize, no, this is exactly what I've been manifesting for so long. And now I actually have it. So why not be grateful and enjoy the hell out of it? It was a huge light bulb moment for me. And at the beginning of the year, I wrote down some words that I wanted to really be intentional about this year. And one of them was spaciousness, really slowing down, really creating space to allow more pleasure in, and honestly, just have more time to reflect and remember to be grateful for the things that I have in my life that I've already manifested into reality. To be present with the people I love, with the business that I've built. Because presence, that is the real secret. That's where the magic is. The journey is the destination. This retreat reminded me that the feelings we think are tied to the next thing: freedom, peace, joy, confidence. We already have access to those things. You already have access to the feelings that you're chasing. They're not locked behind a goal or a milestone. They are available now. And you don't need a retreat to access them. You can access them through breath, through presence, through creating intentional space, through movement, through meditation. So try tapping into that. Try breathing through it. Try being present and try creating intentional space so that you can access those feelings that you're chasing now. What you have now is something you've once prayed for. The house you live in, the people in your life, the business that you've started, the freedom you're creating. These are all things that your past self deeply, deeply wanted. So take a moment today to really anchor that in. that feeling of, wow, I did it. It's just as powerful, if not more, than hitting your next goal. We also talk about manifestation and alignment, but if your life is packed to the brim, there's no room for magic to land. Creating space is what allows you to receive. I've said this in previous episodes, and I'll keep saying it. I'm in a season of slowing down, clearing space, protecting my peace. And that looks like saying no to things that don't align, not cramming my calendar, letting go of the pressure to always produce, being okay with rest, signing up for all the programs. I'm not perfect at it. I'm human. And I do struggle with slowing down too. But my intention is to embody calm, to move at the pace of peace, to live this freedom lifestyle from the inside out. So these are the reminders that I'm anchoring into, and I hope that they land for you too. You already have access to the feelings you're chasing. You're already living inside your past manifestation. How freaking cool is that? And the space you create today, that's what makes room for your next manifestation. Come back to presence, come back to gratitude. Let it be enough because it already is. If this episode resonated with you, I would love to hear your biggest takeaway. Screenshot it, tag me on Instagram at The Light Within Collective, and let me know what you're anchoring onto. And don't forget, if you are ready to go deeper with this work, to be in the community with other mama entrepreneurs building wildly aligned businesses, get on the waitlist for our next online mastermind. You are so worthy of support, and you do not have to do this alone. The link is in the show notes. Subscribe, leave a review, and I will see you in the next episode. Thank you for joining me on this episode of Light Her Up. I hope you're feeling inspired and ready to take steps towards a life better than you ever dreamed. I see you, I hear you, and I'm so proud of you for showing up and prioritizing your journey. When you fill up your cup with love, you can pour so much more into the people and passions that matter to you most. If this episode resonated with you, I'd be so grateful if you subscribed, left a review, and shared it with someone who could use a little extra light. For more, connect with me on Instagram at The Light Within Collective. I'm sending you my love, and I'll catch you on the next episode.